KOMC.
We are looking at rainfall rolling in and a lot of wind that we're going to be dealing with. We have wind advisories. I'm tracking it.
Getting swindled at the front door. A Mid-Missouri mom almost fell for it.
An explosion in a welding company here in Audrain County. I'm here with a live report. This is KMU8 News at 6.
Coverage you can count on. KOMU8 News starts now.
We're following several developing stories tonight. An explosion in Audrain County, plus the possibility of heavy rain across mid-Missouri. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Reek.
And I'm Emily Spain. Thanks for joining us. We begin with your rainy forecast. Here's KOMU8's Chief Meteorologist Kenton Jewicki with what you can expect. Hey, Kenton.
Hey guys, take a look at this, and we're looking at multiple rounds of rainfall, and you can see it very well here over the United States. First round moving through right now. Then we have more rain from Kansas into Oklahoma. That's going to move through a little bit later on tonight, and then we have another round that's in New Mexico currently. That's arriving for our day tomorrow, so multiple rounds again on the way. Right now, the first one starting to come not necessarily to an end, but it is breaking up a bit more. We have a bit more rain that's going to be rolling in within the next few hours, so a lot of this mainly along and south of Interstate 70 for any more well put together parts of this system. And it's still going to be scattered off and on throughout our overnight hours too, so it's not going to be completely dry overnight. But I think by tomorrow morning, we are going to have that dry time until that New Mexico system starts to arrive. That happens around midday, continues as we head into the afternoon, and then we have a lot of wind. Wind advisories in effect for the day tomorrow. I'm tracking all of this for you in full detail in my full forecast coming up.
Okay, Kenton, thank you very much. Here's what's happening right now. Fire crews are working to figure out what caused an explosion at a welding company in Audrain County. KOMU8's Sania White is there with more on what happened.
I'm live here in Audrain County in Martinsburg, and this is where an explosion erupted at a welding store called Finnewald Welding, and it happened just about an hour ago north of Columbia. This picture is from a viewer who sent us shortly after the explosion. We've been told that a person has been hospitalized, and fire officials say 6 people were inside the building when the explosion happened. But again, we've only been told that one person, as of right now, has been in the hospital. Emergency crews are still investigating, but the building was destroyed. We have more pictures on our website at KOMU8news.com. Reporting live in Audrain County, Sania White, KOMU8 News.
A Mid-Missouri mom says she was almost scammed on Craigslist looking for a rental home. Last month, we told you about a similar scam in Jefferson City. Today, KOMU8 Sydney Kalich found the problem is much more widespread than previously thought.
I reached out to viewers through social media to see if anyone else had been a victim of a Craigslist scam, and the reaction was immediate and overwhelming. Then I met one woman who said that her dream of giving her daughter a good home to grow up in was almost ruined.
People doing this, it's ridiculous.
Sherlindria Reed almost fell for it.
Pets were allowed, and that was a big thing.
She almost bought into a scam.
We thought, hey, this is a nice big house. It'd be nice to have people, family get-togethers and raise our baby on a nice property.
But it doesn't stop her of thinking of what could have been on Woodway Drive.
I can make this her princess room, you know. This kid can grow up in this room, you know.
This just isn't happening in Jefferson City. It's happening in Fulton, New Bloomfield, Ashland, and Columbia. Something one Columbia realtor knows all too well.
Is that they're taking just any of the houses for sale and then just, cropping that picture and then putting it for a very low rent just to get people in.
But she says that the dream is not unattainable.
As long as people do their research and do validation of things, then you can absolutely get in that rental of your dreams.
Something Sherlindria believes she won't find on Craigslist.
You run a risk pretty much anywhere you go, but especially Craigslist. It seems more and more on Craigslist.
I just checked to see if the ad was up, and this is what the ad looks like now. And after over a month, it's finally been taken down. I reached out to the family who owns the home in Jefferson City, and the owner said he did sell his home and that it is expected to close at the end of April. In the studio, Sydney Kalich, KOMU8 News.
We now know the identity of the human remains Callaway County deputies found 2 weeks ago near Fulton. The Boone-Callaway County Medical Examiner says the remains belong to 39-year-old Loy Peters of Fulton. Deputies found the remains in a wooded area in the 5,000 block of County Road 311. Investigators needed various examinations because of the advanced decomposition of the remains. Callaway County deputies don't suspect foul play.
Just weeks until Columbia's mayoral election, and with time running out, the two candidates are crying foul. Friday, Chris Kelly said Brian Treese was involved in a federal investigation. Today, the Treese camp returned the favor with reports of an illegal contribution. KOMU8's Alex Arger is here with what both sides are saying.
This is the official complaint form filed by Chuck Graham Monday. It lists 5 reasons the contribution to Chris Kelly's campaign was illegal. Kelly tells me the issue is resolved, but Graham says that might not be the case.
Just 3 weeks until the Columbia mayoral campaign, and the battle between incumbent Mayor Brian Treese and candidate Chris Kelly is getting messier. I talked to Kelly this morning after we learned of the complaint against him.
It's business as usual for Brian Treese, finding nitpicky issues and raising them instead of dealing with the issues.
The complaint says Chris Kelly accepted an illegal campaign contribution of $950 from Columbia Marketing Group. It says the group is not registered with the state and that it's part of the Business Times Company.
Corporations are not allowed to contribute money to candidate committees, so that includes the Business Times Company. Columbia Marketing Group is not registered with the state, so voters can't see who the actual contribution is from. That violates the Missouri Constitution. Kelly told me it was a technical violation and that it was resolved because they gave the money back to the company.
Kelly says he was unaware the group was part of the corporation. Graham says this is unacceptable.
One of two things is true. Either he knew it was an illegal contribution and took it, or he was ignorant of the law. And as I've said, ignorance of the law is no excuse, especially for a judge.
As of now, Graham says Kelly can't know if there will be a penalty.
Judge Kelly cannot dismiss it as he'd like to do today. He's not the judge in this case. The Missouri Ethics Commission will meet, they will investigate, and they will make a determination about the validity of the complaint.
I called the Missouri Ethics Commission multiple times today. Its executive director left me a message saying the complaint process is closed and she could not comment. Graham says the Ethics Commission has to investigate by law, but he's not sure if the findings will be released before the election. In the studio, I'm Alex Arger, KOMU8 News.
A freak accident in December is costing the city of Columbia $250,000 to fix.
Plus, brain power behind a trip across Missouri in 30 minutes. It's faster than a flight.
Track storms wherever you are. Download the free KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by University Subaru.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the wall-to-wall sale at Furniture Row. Every sofa, every dining table, and every bed is on sale. Plus, 4 years, no interest. The wall-to-wall sale, only at Furniture Row.
Nobody has more selection than Joe Muckins Ford. Nobody offers more savings than Joe Muckins Ford. Nobody gives more for your trade than Joe Muckins Ford. Nobody comes close. Now is the best time to buy a truck at Joe Muckins Ford in Columbia and Jefferson City. Get the Ford F-150 for $14,000 in total savings. Selection, savings, service. Others see it, but Joe Muckins Ford doesn't. That's why they're the #1 dealer in the state and the #1 Ford dealer for 22 years. All roads lead to Joe Muckins Ford and JoeMuckinsFord.com.
It seems like with life, there's never a dull moment. When it comes to sleep, we don't always get the best rest. Find the cozy comfort, quality, and affordability of the Aspen Collection. All packed in a convenient box, exclusively at Denver Mattress.
Mark my words!
Don't miss a moment of real. Weeknights at 6:30 on KOMU8.
Halfway around the world, the desperate state of their homeland is not forgotten by first-generation Iraqi Americans. Tonight, I'll tell you why they believe a better world starts in mid-Missouri. Watch tonight on KOMU8 News at 10.
This miracle moment is brought to you by Missouri Fertility. For more information, please call 573-443-4511 or visit us on the web at MissouriFertility.com, because when family matters, we're here for you.
At Central Bank, buying a new home can be as easy as it is exciting. That's because we make all of our lending decisions locally, so you're ready to make an offer faster. Whether it's a fixer-upper, new construction, or refinance, we guide you every step of the way. So when you find the perfect home, we're ready with the perfect loan. Visit any of our convenient locations today or apply online at centralbankmortgage.net. Central Bank. Strong roots, endless possibilities.
Whoo, what a sale. Seams on the back of your house. Save like never before. Call now.
From Kansas City to St. Louis in just a half hour. That might sound crazy, but a year and a half ago, a proposal was offered for a Hyperloop across Missouri. It would reach speeds of up to 700 miles an hour. That's faster than a commercial flight.
And today, a state lawmaker announced a blue ribbon panel for the Hyperloop project to discuss further research and development. KOMU8's Maverick Alexander is here to explain the new plans. Maverick.
House Speaker Elijah Haahr announced the panel working towards this high-speed route. The panel wants to focus on the future of Missouri's transportation. Haahr says Missouri is a perfect place for the Hyperloop because of its relatively flat terrain, and it links two major metropolitan cities with the university in the middle. However, the project has no funding. Lawmakers say during the next few months will give them an idea of the future cost.
We're going to have the task force come back with recommendations in September. At that point, there's been no public money expended, and before we would expend any public monies, we would want to have concrete plans going forward.
Lawmakers say this will unify the state and become a competitor for other major cities in the United States. Reporting in the studio, Maverick Alexander, KOMU8 News.
Well, wind isn't terrible right now, but it's really going to be increasing over the next couple days. It's going to be bad tomorrow. It's going to be even worse on Thursday. Tracking it for you hour by hour, coming up after the break.
Ooh, I can't wait to see the Eiffel Tower.
Oui, mademoiselle.
So how's the car working for you?
Great. I'm having escargot when we get there.
You know, those are snails, right?
Save big on new vehicles during the spring sales event at Capital Chrysler.
What did he mean by when we get there?
Capital Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Go with the guys you know. Capital Chrysler does not recommend beret wearing for most men. See dealer for details.
Living in the country was a blessing, but as I got older, it became harder for me to keep up with the house and drive the long roads into town. I looked at other retirement homes, but none of them felt right. Then my friend told me, you should look at the Terrace. The moment I walked in, I knew this was where I needed to be. It felt safe. It felt peaceful. It felt like home. I love my house in the country, but I feel blessed to have found my home here at the Terrace.
Week after week, paycheck after paycheck, Uncle Sam gets his cut of your money. But once a year, Sam opens up and gives some of it back. When he coughs up your cash, bring it to Family Pawn, where we'll make it go a lot further. Whether you're buying jewelry, gold, firearms, electronics, tools, or just about anything else, you'll save money at Family Pawn, and you can take that to the bank.
Not your traditional pawn shop, Family Pawn.
The KOMU8 iPhone and Android News app is brought to you by State Tech. Download in the App Store or Google Play. Step up to the Exmark Radius, the commercial zero-turn that's taken the industry by storm. Now available for just $54.99. Finance as low as 0% for 36 months, or as little as $153 per month. From the mowers Landscape Pros trust 2-to-1 over the next best-selling brand. Exmark, ready to work for you. See the Exmark mowers at Farm, Power, Lawn, and Leisure in Columbia or at Loft Equipment in Jefferson City.
There's a lot to smile about in every Volkswagen.
Hurry into Joe Muckins Volkswagen of Columbia and save up to $8,000 on in-stock 2018 Atlas models, now with a People First warranty.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
A recent fire destroyed an important part of Columbia's biogas energy plant.
And it's costing the city $250,000, and the city is still waiting on a crucial part. KOMU8's Melody Cox tells us how it will threaten the city's next renewable energy target.
It just escalated from here on out.
Here's what's left of a Columbia biogas energy plant generator.
The big air box up on top there, it burned it off.
Ryan Williams with Columbia Water and Light says the fire came out of nowhere.
We are, fairly confident that this was a one-time, I hate to use the term freak accident, but just exactly that.
He says the burning plastic left $250,000 worth of damage.
Well, a lot of the damage in the pictures was caused by soot and some of the other materials that also combusted. There were wires and insulation and some, just some pretty nasty stuff that actually burned.
The city released its renewable energy report for 2019. It says the city met its renewable energy target for 2018, with landfill gas contributing 3.11% of the city's renewable energy. But having one generator offline for several months this year will affect the city's next target.
It will have some impact, but at this point in time, it's kind of too early to tell exactly how much impact it will have on the renewable portfolio standard itself.
To help minimize the damage, the city is considering a new sprinkler system at the biogas energy plant. The city doesn't know how much it cost, but Williams says it could create more problems than it would solve.
Unfortunately, water and electricity don't get along very well together, so sprinkling an electric generator, may even cause more damage than the fire.
The city has plans to add a fourth and final generator to the plant, but it's not looking at new types.
So at this point in the process, we're not planning to change the technology at the plant based upon this incident.
City officials are keeping a close eye on the line of Unit 3 that broke, just in case changes need to be made. In Columbia, Melody Cox, KOMU8 News.
The main part of the plant is waiting on a new generator itself. The plant supervisor says that will cost almost $40,000. The damaged generator should be back online by June 1st. Kenton.
All right, here's a live look over downtown, or over the Columbia Regional Airport here on our First Alert Weather Cam, and you can see some rain on that screen, and the rain continues to push through. Temperatures not too bad today, actually. A nice seasonal one for us. A lot of us reaching around that 50-degree mark, 50 over in Sedalia right now, right around 47 this hour at Columbia and Jefferson City. Looking at live Doppler 8 First Alert radar, you can see this rain really starting to break up now at this point. This is about a 3-hour time lapse. You can see where this rain has been and where it's going. The heaviest rain down to southern mid-Missouri and Camden, Miller, and Marys counties. Now we do have some more rain over here that's starting to push up, and you can even see just south of our viewing area, you can see this green box right here. That's indicating a flash flood warning actually in effect for that area because of the continuous heavy rain that areas have seen south of Interstate 44 there. Otherwise, we do have this next round of rainfall that's going to push in. It's going to be here within the next few hours, so we are still expecting a few brief showers overnight tonight. And then we dry out. You can see there is a pretty big path of dry air between these two pockets of rainfall. The next one over here in New Mexico currently, that is heading our direction. All of this rain, by the way, just pushing right into the jet stream and heading this direction, and so is that low pressure system. So we are going to have a lot of warm air ahead of that low pressure system. It's going to continue to filter up. It's a warm night tonight. It's a warm day tomorrow, and then cooler air will filter in behind that. That's going to be for Thursday and for Friday. Also, our wind gust cast here, you can see it is going to be very windy for us. We're looking at this wind to be gusting around about 45 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon as this rain rolls through. So most of the morning tomorrow is going to be dry. Then we're going to have more showers and even some thunderstorms tomorrow midday through the afternoon. It's going to clear out in the evening. We should remain dry through Thursday, but it's going to be windy on Thursday too. So tomorrow, wind gusts around 45 miles per hour. Then in the evening, as the rainfall rolls out, we're going to be calmer. Well, calmer, but wind gusts are still going to be around 35 miles per hour there. And then the wind is going to rise again. It's going to become stronger, and we're looking at wind gusts between 50 and 60 miles per hour on Thursday. So even more of a wind threat for us there under the dry conditions for us on Thursday. And so there are going to be some impacts from this, of course. And we're also looking at some wind gusts back to around 35 miles per hour on Friday. So still breezy there, but certainly not as bad as it's going to be. So this is just for tomorrow, just for Wednesday, when we have wind gusts between 40 and 50 miles per hour. We're looking at some spotty power outages even possible with some of this kind of swaying around. Those power lines could have kind of seen your lights flicker and things like that. Otherwise, moving loose objects, right, can lift those and move those around, like trash cans. If it's trash day tomorrow, you might come home to no trash can. And then some travel difficulty for those higher vehicles, and also some down tree limbs and branches. Of course, this is just tomorrow. Remember, I think our winds are going to be worse for our day on Thursday. So those impacts continue, if not strengthen, for the day on Thursday. 49 degrees for our low temperature tonight. South winds about 10 to 20 miles per hour. 63 tomorrow. Again, I think tomorrow morning we are going to be pretty dry until after about 10 a.m. Then more of this rain's going to roll through, even some thunder and lightning with that as well. And those gusts around 45 miles per hour. It will clear out as we head into the evening tomorrow. Then we're at 54 on Thursday, mostly to partly cloudy there, and we're at 42 on Friday. But we warm back up for St. Patrick's weekend, a high of 55. By Sunday, remain in the 50s a lot of next week. Here's your Weather IQ question for the day, sponsored by Break Time. True or false for you? Is it safe to use a cell phone in a thunderstorm?
I'm going to say true.
Yeah, that shouldn't have anything to do with lightning.
You want to know why?
Yes.
Because you suggest people to go to a safe place in your home and they can live stream KOMU to watch.
On our weather app, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. But even if you're outside, it's still safe to use a cell phone. It's really just as long as it's not plugged into the wall charger. If it is, then it's not okay to use. But otherwise, you're good.
Okay. Kenton, thank you very much.
Speaking of the weather, a little rain couldn't stop the Mizzou baseball team from getting on the field today to the Tigers sink or swim.
Baumgartner's Furniture in Havas, your Flex Steel signature gallery.
If you've been seriously injured in an accident, visit lawmissouri.com.
The all-new 3-row Subaru Ascent. Room for up to 8 passengers. Choice of second-row captain's chairs or bench seating. Standard eyesight driver assist technology. Coming from Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Ascent. Love is now bigger than ever.
Join us for the Subaru A Lot to Love event going on now.
University of Subaru, your truly locally owned dealer.
You might have seen us around lately. Caught a glimpse of us here and there. Noticed us out working in your community. But that's all part of the plan. Because at Ameren, Missouri, we're accelerating infrastructure upgrades across the state to install a smarter, more advanced energy grid for the future. Looking toward tomorrow by making improvements today. That's energy at work. Ameren, Missouri.
Tonight's primetime lineup on KOMU8 in Mid-Missouri CW is brought to you by your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers. Find new roads.
At Menards, nobody beats our prices, so you can finish any room for less. Update your floors with Shaw Carpet. Summerville Frisé Carpet has a 10-year wear warranty, 69 cents a square foot. Brilliance Plush Carpet is 74 cents a square foot. Plus, get free carpet pad after rebate. All Hunter ceiling fans are on sale. The 52-inch Fremont ceiling fan comes with dimmable LED bulbs. In 2 finishes, $74.99 after rebate. During Menards, think spring sale.
Save big money at Menards.
When you think about what matters most, you don't think about things. You think about people. And so do we.
At First State Community Bank, we're not interested in being the biggest bank around. We're interested in bringing together the best people. Because we know the difference it makes for you to feel good about working with someone and to know they have your back. Success means something different to everyone. Let us help you achieve yours. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Hey, Mid-Missouri, spring is upon us and everyone loves seeing more green, especially in their pockets. So during this Green Up, you get to clean up on all of Riley Toyota's cars, trucks, and crossovers. Come get the brand you love, the deal you want, and service you deserve. Our top-rated customer service is there for you over the phone, online, and in person. Riley Toyota, the big city deal with the small town feel. RileyToyota.com.
Big city deals.
Right here at Riley.
Now from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU8 Sports.
Good evening and welcome to sports. It's finally feeling and looking like spring outside, but because of the rain today, we go back inside, and that's into Devine Pavilion for spring football practice, defense, Offense and special teams putting in the work today, but everybody's still having a good time. Teammates have said Kelly Bryant has stepped up in and handled the transition well so far. On the defensive side, however, the four-star safety recruit from St. Louis, Jelani Williams, will sit the rest of spring after he had surgery on his foot last week. From the gridiron to the diamond earlier today, the Mizzou baseball team was back at Taylor Stadium against Arkansas State. Coming off a sweep against Northwestern, Tigers are looking to keep up that momentum despite the rain. Bottom of the third, Alex Peterson knocks a single up the middle. Josh Holt Jr. scores to tie the game at 1. A couple batters later, Chad McDaniel, he drills a single to center field, scoring Peterson and Mann to push the Tigers' lead to 2, and it's 3-1 over Arkansas State. The bats stayed hot in the third inning. Tony Ortiz, he singles this one to right field, bringing home Chris Cornelius, and he'll run all the way to home, and he'll slide home safely, and it's 4-1 Tigers now in the game. All the way to the fourth inning, Cameron Meisner, he's up to bat. This one's not coming back. A 2-run shot from Meisner gave the Tigers a 7-1 lead. Mizzou dominates Arkansas State 16-1. Same teams in action tomorrow at 4. If Mizzou men's basketball wants to go dancing this year, they'll have to win 5 games in 5 days. That journey starts tomorrow night against Georgia in the SEC tournament. It hasn't been long since these two teams last faced off. Last Wednesday, Mizzou blew the doors off the Bulldogs, winning 64-39. Tip-off for tomorrow's game is set for 6 p.m. And into some hockey, the Blues were the hottest team in the NHL not too long ago. But tonight, they're playing a team on a run of their own. The Arizona Coyotes are 8-2 in their last 10 games. They'll put that hot streak on the line tonight in St. Louis. Puck drop is set for 7 p.m. We'll have full highlights for you later tonight. And that's all for sports.
We all wish we had a little more time in our day. Time for the important things.
That's exactly what we do at Marks Mobile Glass.
We save you time, we save you money.
You may not plan for things to break, but we do.
Marks Mobile Glass does anything glass. Auto, residential, commercial, even custom shower doors.
It's our job to be one step ahead. Whenever you need us, Marks Mobile Glass is ready to help.
So at the end of the day, you have more time for the important things.
I ran for mayor on a promise of honest government and safer streets. I led the fight for a city audit and new ethics rules. We added police and 2 fire stations without raising taxes. My opponent raised his own pay and pension, then cashed in, becoming a lobbyist for a utility monopoly just weeks after leaving office. And his record on taxes?
I passed the biggest tax increase in the history of the state of Missouri.
I'm Brian Treese. Let's continue moving Columbia forward together.
For those thinking about a truck, take home a Titan from Joe Mockins Nissan. Designed, engineered, tested, and powered in America. Get an in-stock 2018 Nissan Titan with up to $13,500 in total savings. All backed by America's best truck warranty. Or choose the Nissan Rogue loaded with safety features and save over $4,000. All roads lead to Joe Mockins Nissan, I-70 in Providence, Columbia. Anytime at JoeMockinsNissan.com.
Hey folks, Jerry and Alec, Continental Siding. It's time for a good spring cleaning. We've got siding too short to be seamless, but too long to be recycled. So we're having a seams on the back of the house sale.
If we can use our shorter pieces of siding on the back of your home to make a few seams, we'll make the front and 2 sides totally seamless. It's almost like getting the back done free.
This won't last long, so click or call now.
It's the wall-to-wall sale at Furniture Row, and that means huge savings on every sofa, dining table, and bed. Find sofas in classic styles, to power reclining comfort, dining tables with rustic charm, to simple distressed finishes, streamlined modern beds, to timeless classics, and save big on our entire lineup of Doctor's Choice mattresses. Plus, 4 years, no interest. Shop today and save during the wall-to-wall sale at Furniture Row.
KOMU8 News is on Amazon Alexa. Go to the Alexa app and enable the KOMU8 skill for local news and weather coverage you can count on.
Coming up on KOMU8 News at 10 o'clock, a mid-Missouri Iraqi immigrant says the government corruption is running rampant in his home country.
Well, he says a better Iraq starts right here in mid-Missouri. We'll see you at 10. Kenton.
The rain breaking up a bit here on Live.3 First Alert Radar. We're still going to have some rain off and on throughout our overnight hours, but then we are drier by tomorrow morning for a few hours until more rain arrives after about 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Continues through the afternoon. Remember, it's also windy tomorrow. The wind advisories in effect for wind gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour. It's trash day. You might not see your trash can when you come home, or it might just be a couple doors down. Otherwise, we're around 60 tomorrow for the high temperature.
Tie it down.
And even windier on Thursday.
Even windier on Thursday.
Sounds like a hat day for me.
On air, online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on the news app, and the weather app. KOMU 8 News. Coverage you can count on.